My name is Zeynep Kılıç.
My name is Engin Kılıç.
We are at Turkish Delight. We're originally from Turkey. We're siblings, so we grew up in Turkey. And I moved here in 2008 because I used to live in Arizona and I wanted to be close to my brother who loved living here. So I kind of followed them up here.
Originally school, and then I got married here, had a couple of kids, and obviously stayed here. Enjoyed the Alaskan lifestyle a lot, and I've been here since 2000 of September, so almost 23 years now.
Engin is the sort of person who's interested in owning businesses. He's the entrepreneurial person in our family. I was in academia. I'm a professor, but I'm in food studies, so I've always been interested in food as a subject. And we're both food people. And I think part of it is just being immigrants. Once you move away from home, you sort of start associating eating or making something from home as the thing to do. And of course, when we came, I arrived in the US in 1993, so it's been 30 years. At that time, we didn't really have FaceTiming mom to ask for recipes, etc. So that was one way we connected quite a bit. We would ask each other, hey, how do you make this? Or where do you get this ingredient? And it has been something that has always connected us. And Engin has other successful businesses. And, I was obviously a professor, but he's been bugging me for years saying, come on, let's do something together. So it was sort of like a passion project, I would say.
Since I came here to Alaska, I think food was always in my culture, and it's always one of my passions. And as she said, we were trying different recipes, and being away from home and not having any Turkish restaurants at the time motivated us to try different things. So we learned how to cook Turkish food from scratch in that 20 years. And as being an entrepreneurial person, I always wanted to test the business side of it too. So we combined passion and business together, and we're here.
I guess it was hard in the sense that I didn't know anyone. When I arrived, I was 23 years old. My English was okay, but not great. I came as an au pair originally. So establishing a network obviously takes time. Just like everybody else, I guess there's some cultural shock that's involved. But both of us were very social people. So, and honestly, I've always used food as a way to get people. Like if I liked someone, I would just invite them over to dinner or lunch, and I would say, do you want me to cook some Turkish food for you? And Americans never say no. They love eating various ethnic foods. So that's how I started establishing my network, honestly, of close people. And so even though it's difficult, I would say it was a kind of a fun journey to go on. I guess it makes you become more resilient. Like I feel like you put me anywhere in the world and I will make it work.
This restaurant looked quite different when we bought it.
Yeah.
So we tried to, in an effort, modernize it a little bit and, use lighter colors and increase the capacity of it. The capacity was, I think, 20 people in a sit-down scenario. Now you should have at least 40. 35, 40. Yeah.
We bought it from a different Turkish family. They've been doing a wonderful job for the last 7 years. They have a good legacy, and when we heard that they were interested in retiring or doing other things, we thought instead of a neighborhood institution disappearing, we thought it would be nice to kind of continue the name recognition, etc. So from one Turkish family to the next, they did a wonderful job, and this is sort of our version of Turkey. Well, I would say in general in Turkey, you either have meat restaurants or seafood restaurants. So they tend to be very specialized. And in general, when you look at how Turkish cuisine is known around the world, it tends to be the meat portion of it. The kebabs is usually the face of Turkish cuisine. Even though Turkish cuisine is extremely diverse and all four different, sides of Turkey, different regions have different things to offer, that tends to be what people know. So in that sense, I would say those are our high sellers, and particularly because Americans love their red meat and protein. So that's definitely the kebab portion of the menu, I would say, is what we are known for. But I personally don't love meat. I love the more appetizer and kind of olive oil based dishes in Turkey, which comes from particularly from the Aegean region and from Istanbul. So I try to add as much as possible. So we really expanded the appetizer section. We try to offer a lot more vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian, dairy-free options, etc. So we try to sort of make it something that almost anyone can find something to eat. We make our own like gluten-free sourdough. We make our own sourdough bread. We make our own yogurt.
Definitely, doner and Adana are they're in the top 3 of the items that we sell most. And I think they're more recognized internationally because of the immigrants in Germany and in Europe. And it is well-known street food in Istanbul, in Turkey also. So, but I would like to add that we are getting some of our products directly from Turkey, fresh from the farmers, literally, like the cheese. For example, we have a plate called Antep cheese that we're really proud of serving. I think those, or içli köfte, which is really technical to prepare. These stuff are culturally even hard to find in Turkey in every restaurant. Like you have to go to a specific restaurant to taste these different things, like such as künefe, which is shredded filo dough filled with melting cheese and honey syrup on the top. So some of these dishes are very technical and very regional. So we're really proud that we're honored to serve the Alaskans in this manner. That we can give them different options.
And one thing I love to do is to offer things that nobody else does. I would say half of our menu, at the least, you can't find anywhere else in the state. None of our desserts, with the exception of baklava, you can find anywhere else. We have the manta dish, which is the Turkish dumplings. That you can't find anywhere. İçli köfte, mantı, sigara börek. I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
None of those things are available.
And if you add the fact that we're getting most of these ingredients whichever we can source from Turkey, that's what we do. And that makes a huge difference because buying something frozen here or trying to put it together here doesn't always carry the same texture or elements of bringing the fresh dough from Turkey, stuff like that. Yeah. In sigara böreği, for example, we're literally bringing the filo dough that is made freshly and frozen for us, and we roll it into a sigara böreği and then serve it here, which makes a huge difference because it was one of my passions to make it happen, the same taste of Turkey. And I tried it with several ingredients, and it's never the same. But now we figured out a way to make it look and feel to the original.
A Mexican oregano or Mexican cumin is wonderful, but it's not the same taste profile as the wild oregano collected in Turkey or the pomegranate molasses from Turkey. It makes a huge difference. So the things that we feel that makes a completely different profile, we don't cut corners. We get a shipment from regional producers every week. All of our cheeses, all of our spices, nuts, dried foods, our Turkish Delight, lokum, our wild pistachio coffee from Antep, all of those things come fresh from Turkey. And we think that it makes a huge difference. Really not enough of that region in culinary profile in Anchorage. We do not have any restaurants, like Persian restaurants, Egyptian, Syrian, nobody from Iraq that I know of. There are a few North African, but really not much of this profile of the Eastern Mediterranean and the Asia Minor part. So I think we can do more, and I think people would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I agree that I think cultural representation of the Mediterranean cultures is minimal in Anchorage, and we are proudly serving the Anchorage community in terms of that. And hopefully we will be able to establish and run more businesses when it comes to culture and food.
Yeah.